What it do? It's the Filthy Frank show. I'm Filthy Frank. This is Shakespeare. What up?
What up?
What's up? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm quite fine, thank you.
That's good. That's good, right? That's good. All right.
Yes.
Got a bunch of questions lined up. Gotta get right into it, right? All right. You know, after you being dead for like what, 4,000 or 5,000 years, what's it like being in 2016?
Well, there are no more horses. I miss my horse. Yes. Also, these things, like, this is a TV. What the hell is that? It's just incredible being here.
All right. So, you've run a lot of plays over your career. Got Romeo and Juliet. Got Hamlet. Got the other ones. What's your favorite?
Well, my favorite has to be Hamlet because it tells a story about my son and the horror that I felt after his death. England was going through a very rough time and many people were dying, so my son grew ill and I lost him. So that play is kind of my tribute to him.
Your son's dead?
Yes.
Oh, that blows. Alright. You know, being one of the greatest writers of all time, everyone's asking, everyone's gotta know, everyone's dying to know, just like you did, and now you're back, but I mean, it's okay. Why did you become a writer?
Well, when I was very privileged. White cis male, I understand. But as a young lad, I was very, very privileged. My father was a rich man, so he could afford the best education he could for me. And so I grew up and I was very well educated. Fabulous, you wouldn't believe it.
Privileged.
I know. And so from that, I was allowed to pursue things like writing and acting and get better in my English skills. And I actually got into a play, and from there, I just fell in love with it, and I needed to become an actor.
That's fantastic.
To work in plays.
In fact,
Excuse me.
And you were in Chamberlain, right?
Yes. I like to forget about that sometimes, but
why?
I don't speak with those colleagues anymore, but they're all dead, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's pretty good. All right. Everyone wants to know what happened during your lost years. There was 1578 to 1582 and 1585 to 1592. What happened? No one knows.
You got me there. I mean, just like everyone else. No idea.
Why? You can't just say, oh, I don't know.
There's lots of alcohol. There was lots of women involved, I'm sure. I mean, it was a fun time. Lots and lots of years of fun.
That's pretty good. Do you do drugs?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah.
How dare you?
Me neither.
Good.
All right. You know, being a writer, a lot of your inner moralities are put into question. So I gotta ask you: are you religious?
Am I religious? That's a good question. Well, I was born under the reign of Elizabeth, and
What's up?
so as you know, there was a very religious undertone to much of Europe at the time, especially in England. So yes, I am religious in a sense. However, after being raised by my parents who were heavily Protestant, I have strayed from that religion, I guess, but it still comes forth in my works. But other than that,
Pretty good.
I agree.
It's pretty good. All right. Are you against the Jews?
Well, I actually have a very prominent Jewish character in one of my plays, Merchant of Venice. You should all go out and buy a copy because it's great.
He was bad. You made him bad on purpose.
Yeah, well, yes. This time
How dare you, sir!
Sit down.
I'm sorry.
This time in Europe, there was a very strong bias towards those of the Jewish faith and culture, because they usually held a lot of money and therefore a lot of power, and that made a lot of Christians very angry because they were poor and they felt oppressed. And so I guess you could see that kind of coming out in myself, where I kind of wrote that life into my own books, my own plays, I'm sorry. So, yes, I guess you could say that I was against the Jews, but
That's good water.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Do you know what Tumblr is?
I
don't care, because transition here. Are you a feminist?
First of all, what is a feminist? This word is...
I don't know. Keyboard warriors.
And what is a keyboard?
People are stupid who like to fight about stupid things. Are you one of those people?
If I understand you correctly, in my plays, I wrote a lot of the two, for both genders, for male and female characters. I tried to write them as strongly as possible, and I tried to portray them in as many different lights as possible, so I could get a even side on both.
It's pretty meany.
I'm sure you could say that I was a little bit hypocritical to both sides, in which the majority of the male characters were power hungry, and the majority of the female characters were kind of slutty and rambunctious deviants. But
you can't say that word. It's a bad word.
Which word?
Slutty. You can't say that.
It's 2016.
All right. It's okay. It's okay.
So to finish my statement, I wouldn't call myself a feminist as much as I'd call myself a humanist, because I valued the parts of both men and women in my works, as I do in real life.
Alright, got one final question. Have you seen a chef? Have you seen a chef?
Good sir, I don't know.
Have you seen a chef, please?
Who is the chef?
Alright, I'm tired of this. Me, you, race, now.
Have you seen a chef?
Alright, that was today's Filthy Frank show. That's Shakespeare. Nothing but trash. Throw it in the trash. It's pretty saucy, pretty spicy. The memes of the day, pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. But, it's time to end up the Filthy Frank show. I'm Filthy Frank. I win as usual. I'd like to thank Shakespeare. And we out. Remember, stay memey. Having trouble reaching the remote? Well, guess what? Now you can call upon the demons of Salzar. Those guys will do just about anything.